I'm Ashley Olive, and I'm an Ambassador Diamond as well, and I have been in this company for a year and a half. I found this company when I wasn't really looking for an extra income. I was an 8th grade math teacher, and I loved teaching, but I also have 3 little boys at home that I love a lot more than everyone else's children. So I was switching school districts because I wanted to move from my hometown district. And to do so, I had to go without pay for 2 months, and it would be the first time that Brandon and I would ever go without an income for an extended period of time, like 2 months. So I had followed a girl on Instagram who had talked about that she was a stay-at-home family, things like that, and she would talk about it works. So I thought, hey, I might as well reach out to her. So I sent her a message. What she was talking about with the debt and the stress, it's because I was laying in bed late at night stressed, and I was like, I'm just gonna message her. I sent her the message, joined in the middle of the night after she sent me a YouTube video, didn't tell my husband, didn't tell anybody, just paid the money and signed up. I was like, send the link, I'm doing it before Brandon's awake. So I joined, and the next morning I have to tell him, and we're high school sweethearts, so we've been together for 12 years at the time, and we have identical twin boys and then a 3rd little boy. So life was definitely busy. I was working 50 hours a week as a teacher, 3 little boys, a husband, a home. If someone had said, hey, do you have extra time for a business? I'd been like, oh yes, absolutely, from midnight to 2. You know what? No, there's no extra time going on. But I thought, hey, what's the worst that could happen? So I tell him that I joined, and he's like, you got scammed. I'm like, that's rude. I did not get scammed. Do you want to see her Instagram? You know, I don't really know how to defend this because I've never even used a wrap, but I'm guessing this chick makes $10,000 a month, it probably works. So I sign up, I tell him, start texting friends and family, making phone calls, and just being honest, if you call somebody that you love and say, I have a product that will get rid of cellulite in 45 minutes, what person is like, no, I was actually planning to keep my cellulite on my thighs, I don't need that. Thanks for thinking of me, but no. It doesn't happen. So I just called everybody, and I'm like, you can get rid of the cellulite, you can get free product if you sign up. I didn't know what I was doing, but I was really excited about it. And so I wanted people to feel like they were missing out. And so I was gonna make them feel that way. Like, you're crazy if you're not doing this, because we're having a blast and we're getting rid of cellulite. So I'm having parties, I'm missing some bedtime, some bath time, some dinner time for the first time in my entire life with my babies. I never missed that. My husband had never bathed them before. I'm doing the, dude, I'm gonna smell their hair. You better wash it. It was very serious. So I'm doing wrap parties, I'm posting on social media, I'm texting, and 30 days into the company, I am a diamond with It Works Global, making $2,000 a month. I thought that was his aha. Apparently it wasn't, according to today. So we're like jumping up and down in the kitchen, waiting for it to upload. I mean, I'm losing it, I'm so excited. Still not considering leaving my teaching career because I do love education. And so I go back to teaching in August, I'm teaching, and that lasted a whole, 7 days that I loved it, and then I was like, I don't really love this. So then I hit double diamond my 2nd month from my side job, and I was in shock when we got those commissions. Utter shock that you can make that much money by having wrap parties in the evenings. It was unbelievable. And so it was double diamond that I sat down and said, babe, if I promote again, I think I'm gonna walk away from teaching. And I worked really hard for that piece of paper. I carried a 4.0 in college, graduated summa cum laude. It meant a lot to me, but not as much as those little boys. And so I was like, nope, I think I'm gonna walk away if I can do it. So 4 months in, I hit triple diamond on Halloween of 2014 and got my 5-figure paycheck, wrote up my resignation, and turned that sucker in and said, I'm leaving at Christmas break, you better find a teacher. So I did. I walked into a classroom last week and they were like, Ashley, do you miss it? I'm like, are you crazy? Not 1 minute of any day. I miss the relationships with students because I love 8th graders, they're precious, but no, not at all. So I ended up going presidential after I walked away from teaching. I went presidential 3 months later. And then Brandon was still working. He's a pipe fitter through the union. So he was still getting up to an alarm clock every day, but I was home with the boys. And then that summer, we had been in for 13 months. We ended up hitting Ambassador Diamond and Triple Diamond. And so we got $250,000 in bonuses in our first 13 months. And then we're named top 15 income earners that July, our 13th month. And so that was the email that I dropped to my knees, bawled, flipped out, screamed, was absolutely losing my mind that I could possibly in 1 year be top 15 income earner with 100,000 distributors. And he's still going to work. So I was so tired of waking him up. I'm like, dude, either you have to wake up to an alarm clock or you can't be here. Because I'm over it. But he wouldn't walk away from his job. He didn't want a vacation because he's like, I'm letting down my boss, Ashley. Like every time we keep taking off, like I'm letting them down. And I'm like, what is the point of making this money if we can't go? I want to be able to go somewhere. So we get invited to a Top Earners event last fall called Dash. We get there and Brandon meets Cody Chapman. It was amazing. And so he meets these other men that are like him, men that like to hunt or fish or golf and hang out. And he just got to kind of see that vision that, you know what, nothing's gonna go away from your manlyhood if you decide that you don't wanna wake up to an alarm clock anymore. So we come home, he does not even tell me. I get a phone call 5 minutes before a rap party starts and he's like, hey babe, so I quit my job. Oh, okay, well, Rap Wednesday starts in 5 minutes, so we'll talk about this later. I'm super excited. I fly through the party presentation. My girls that do samples are like, what is going, like Ashley is going so fast today. And I'm like, I've gotta go celebrate. Like, we gotta get through this. My husband quit his job, we're a full-time family. Like, I'm ready to go. So he leaves his job. We become a full-time family at the end of this past September. Now we've been a full-time family for like 6-7 months. Our 3 boys are thriving. We don't miss a moment. We don't ever have to look back and say, man, I wish I was there, because we get to be there. My youngest has totally come out of his shell. He's all about hugs and kisses and I love you, and he was never like that prior. We had one of our twins got hurt. And you know, as a mama, when you're the one that's home, they always want you. He got hurt and I was out of town. I got the phone call from my mom and she was like, he asked for Brandon. I was like, really? Dude, we are rocking this co-parent thing, Mom. Like, I'm so proud right now that we are doing that good at it, that he got hurt and he didn't even say immediately, like, I want my mama. He wanted his daddy because we are doing so good every day at home. Mom, I'm just so excited. She's like, I thought you might be sad. Not at all. Not at all. We've got this. We have been able to give back 5 figures last year to our alumni, to our alumni high school, just being able to give back in ways we could have never dreamed, paying towards our parents' mortgage, just doing things that never in a million years would have been a possibility. Flying a family of 5 anywhere, yeah, right, on a teacher income. We have been able to fly them to New York, to Utah, and seeing the magic in their eyes for things like that, you're like, yeah, that's why I do it. Being able to be there when they wake up from their nap, that's why you do it. I hope that you look at these stories today and these opportunities and you think, why not me? Tiffany Chapman saying that, it's so profound that you have to let it sink in. Why not you? Why can't you be somebody that goes ambassador and tells your story on this stage? There's nothing holding you back. The time will pass no matter what. It's going to happen. Why not keep pushing forward and see that you can be a double diamond in 2 years or in 4 years? The time will pass anyways, and it doesn't matter your ethnicity, your background. Nothing will make a difference in you being successful except for you having the thoughts in your mind that say, I can do this. Why not me? So make sure that when you walk away from this stage, those are the thoughts you're walking away with, that you can absolutely be on this stage and be allowed to hold the mic. You can do that.